Hello guys, sa video na to ang gawin natin, magsagot tayo ng mga problems about the rectilinear motion. Siguro, ang tips lang naman natin kapag yung problem natin ay about sa rectilinear motion, itong mga tatlong formula na to. So, una, yung first formula natin, we have Vf is equal to Vi plus AT. Second formula naman, yung D natin is equal to VIT plus 1 half AT square. And then the third formula is 2AD is equal to VF square minus VI square. No, kapag sinabi nga pala nating rectilinear motion, na ito yung mga motion siguro natin in straight line. 'Di ba? Nakikita mo na ang isang bagay na to ay nagmo-move in a straight line. So, ngayon, sa tatlong formula natin, ito nga yung mga quantities na lumabas. The VI, the VF, the A, the T, and D. Yung VI, siya yung initial speed. Yung VF naman, final speed. Madedetermine naman natin yun kung sino ba yung initial or final speed. And then we have letter A, which is acceleration. And guys, no, if pinakita siya or binanggit siya as deceleration, decelerate, magne-negative yung value niya. And then yung T naman is time, while the D is the distance traveled by the object. Kapag sasagutan na natin yung mga problems no, on the next pages, ang iisipin natin, kabisado na natin to. No, isipin natin sa utak natin, kabisado ko na tong tatlong formula na to. And then, paano ko gagamitin yung tatlong formula na yan kapag sasagutan ko na yung problems about the rectilinear motion? So, una, sagutan natin yung problem number one. So, the problem number one is that a motorcycle is moving with a constant velocity of 36 kilometers per hour and accelerates uniformly to 54 kilometers per hour over a distance of 125 meters. What is the time taken to cover this distance? Kung isusulat ko yung mga formula na yung mga given na meron tayo, okay, gawin natin. So, this will be the given. So, first, yung motorcycle natin, initially, moving siya at a speed of 36 kph. So, we have initial velocity or VI as 36 kph or kilometers per hour. And then mag-accelerate daw yung motor na yon. So therefore, there will be an acceleration. Nang sa gayon, kapag pabilis siya ng pabilis, maa-attain niya yung final velocity or maaabot niya yung final velocity na 54 kilometers per hour. And then at a distance of 125 meters. So siguro guys, no, before I proceed to the formula na gagamitin natin, let's let's target kasi no sa lahat naman ng problems na sinasagutan natin. Dapat targetin natin na mayroong uniformity sa units na ginagamit natin. So here, if the unit of length or unit of distance ay mas maraming kilometers na because of the two velocities, why not gawin muna nating kilometers itong distance na to, yung 125 meters. Na by the multiplication of conversion factor, na we want this nga na maging kilometers. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. No, para mag-cancel muna yung meters natin. So giving us the distance no with the unit kilometers na 125 over 1,000 or this is 0.125. No, 0.125 kilometers. And then, ang question mark ngayon is, what is the time taken to cover this distance? Okay. So, isang technique din, no, kung gusto nyo lang ding gayahin, no, ito ang technique ko. Since kabisado ko na yung tatlong formula, susulat ko muna yung una. Yung number one, kabisado ko yung una eh. I have final velocity. This is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration times time. Check ko ngayon, pwede ko bang magamit tong unang formula na to? And then, malalaman natin kung pwede ba siyang magamit kung meron lang isang unknown sa kanya. So, check natin, isa lang ba yung unknown sa formula na to? Yes, we have the final velocity given, yung 54. Ganun din yung 36. Pero we are looking for the time and at the same time, wala din yung acceleration. So we cannot use muna yung formula na to because there are two unknowns. So kapag ganun, iiwan ko muna yung formula na yan, lipat muna ako dito sa second equation. So distance is equal to initial velocity times time plus 1/2 times acceleration times time. So, hindi pa din, di ba? Kasi present pa din dito yung dalawang variables na hindi pa natin alam, yung acceleration and yung time. So, sana yung pangatlo na formula na alam natin, makatulong na siya sa atin not to find a variable na pwede nating magamit sa susunod. So, this is the formula 2AD is equal to VF square minus VI square. Na kung check natin, ito yung nawawala. We do not know the acceleration, but we have the distance, we have the final velocity, and the initial velocity. So, ito pala ngayon yung pwede na una nating gamitin na formula, yung 2AD. So, we have 2. We are answering muna siguro what is the value of the acceleration. And then the distance covered in kilometers is 0.125 kilometers. Now, this is equal to the final velocity, 54 kilometers per hour. Now, ito ay naka-square. Ibawas natin yung initial velocity, 36 kilometers per hour, and then square. Ayan. So, uh, if we will be solving for letter A, no, i-divide natin. Sige, gawin natin manually. We want to isolate letter A. So both sides will be divided by the quantities na katabi mismo ni letter A. So we have 0.125 kilometers times 2 sa denominator na ipang-divide natin. So ayan, 2 times 0.125 kilometers. So ano ang mga magka-cancel? So, syempre magka-cancel yung 2, magka-cancel yung 0.125, and here naman, magka-cancel yung mga kilometers dito. Okay? So, meron siyang matitirang kilometers per hour square. Na, di ba, natira na lang yung A dito? And then, i-perform natin tong right side. Sa right side, the numerator part is yung 54 square. Bawas natin yung 36 square. And then, 2 times 0.125. So, 6,480. 6,480. So again guys, no, since yung kilometer per hour natin ay naka-square, magki-kilometer square yan per hour square. So sure tayo ngayon na walang mangyayari sa hour square. Kasi ang i-divide naman natin is kilometers. So dahil may division ng ganon, yung kilometer square, magdi-divide ng kilometer, merong matitirang kilometer. And yes, 'di ba nafa-follow naman natin yung correct unit ng isang acceleration. So because of that, since nakuha na natin yung acceleration using the third formula, pwede ka na ulit bumalik ngayon sa checking ng dalawang formulas natin kung pwede na bang may magamit sa kanila. And yes, 'di ba? Sa first formula natin, given nga yung final velocity, initial velocity, magiging check na ngayon yung acceleration kasi nakuha mo na siya. So, ito na yung chance to solve for our final answer, which is the time. So, by the equation number 1, so rewrite na lang siguro natin. By the formula number 1, which is final velocity equals initial velocity plus acceleration times time, let's do the substitution. The final velocity is 54 kilometers per hour. The initial velocity is 36 kilometers per hour. No, 36 kilometers per hour. Plus, yung nakuha nating acceleration, 6,480 kilometers per hour square, and then multiplied by time. So, solve natin to manually. No, yung 54, lilipat yung 36. So, we have this. And yung mga quantities na to, silang dalawa ay parehas na naka-kilometers per hour. No, kaya pinarenthesis ko na siya. na kilometers per hour. Equals, dito naman, natitira sa right side, yung 6,480 kilometers per hour square. And then ito ay nakamultiplied by time. And then to totally isolate time, so syempre, i-divide natin kung sino yung katabi nung letter T natin. So we have 6,480 kilometers per hour square. And then ito naman is merong 6,480 kilometers per hour square. So magka-cancel na ngayon ito. Ayan. And then dito, magka-cancel yung kilometers. Magka-cancel ng hour na isa sa denominator and meron matitirang isang unit. 'Di ba? Meron pang matitirang unit na hour. So, yung final answer natin muna sa ngayon, no, solving for the letter T is naka-hour. Try natin siyang sagutan. So, etong left side natin yung ipe-perform natin no, to get the value of the time. So, we have 54 minus 36 yung left side and then naka-divide siya sa 6,480. And 'di ba etong kaliwa na to, guys, siya na yung equal to t kasi nag-cancel na nga yung katabi niya sa kanan. So we have 1 over 360 na hour. So palabasin lang natin yung nasa key answer natin. So ang gusto naman natin ngayon maging seconds na siya. And 'di ba ito yung conversion natin na in 3,600 seconds, ang katumbas nun ay 1 hour. So yung sagot na to, i-times lang natin by 3,600. The answer is 10 seconds. So napoprove natin ngayon that the answer is 10 seconds. Next naman, number 2. The brakes of a car whose initial velocity, sulat na siguro natin diretso, yung given. So there is the initial velocity, 30 meters per second. And then nag-apply daw ng brake, nagpreno daw. So that there will be now the deceleration. So lagay ko dito yung acceleration natin ngayon, since binanggit siya as deceleration and the second clue word is that the brakes are applied. So syempre babagal yon. So yung A natin is negative 2 meters per square second. No, deceleration siya. And then how far will it go? The problem is asking for a distance when its initial velocity has decreased to 15 meters per second. No, ito naman is magiging 15 meters per second siya. Okay. So kung pagpapatuloy ninyo, yung technique nga natin na hindi ka na mag-iisip, ano yung formula na gagamitin mo, check mo lang, di ba? You have the first formula, no? VF is equal to VI plus 80. 'Di ba kapag nagkaroon ka ng checking dyan, we have the final velocity, the initial velocity, and the deceleration. We have the chance to solve for the time. 'Di ba okay lang yon, no? Walang masama doon no, to solve for the time. Okay din naman. Pero sige, no, choice nyo yun no, kung magsasolve ka muna ng time. The question is D. So siguro isa lang din na magandang technique pa natin is that why not yung formula na tingnan mo muna is yung formula na meron mismo yung hinahanap ng problem which is the D. 'Di ba yung second formula natin is this one? So D is equal to VIT plus 1 half AT square. So this is the pinaka question mark natin yung distance. 'Di ba we have the initial velocity, we have the acceleration. The time is not given pero 'di ba nakikita mo ngayon yung idea na kapag ginamit ko yung first formula, pwede kong makuha yung time and then i-apply ko sa formula number 2. 'Di ba? That is one technique to solve the problem na mag-a-arrive din naman sa correct answer, 'di ba? Sa final answer mo. Pero check natin tong third formula na we have the third formula 2AD which is equal to VF square minus VI square. No, unlike sa first two formulas natin, kung i-check natin yung third formula, we have the letter A, question mark yung D, meron din naman final and initial velocities, 'di ba? Yung third formula natin ngayon, kaya na pala niyang isolve yung pinakahinahanap nung problem. And again, guys, no, walang masama, 'di ba, sa ginagawa natin kaninang technique na hindi natin ganong pinag-iisipang mabuti ano yung formula. Ang ginagawa natin, since tatlong formula lang naman yung iniikutan natin sa topic na to, chine-check natin each formula, no, kung meron ba tayong chance to solve for an unknown. So ngayon, diretsuhin na lang muna natin sa formula number 3. No, by the formula, lipat ko na lang no, na 2AD which is equal to the final velocity square minus the initial velocity square. Let's do the substitution siguro muna. So we have 2 and then the acceleration is negative 2 meters per square second. And then we are looking for the distance covered by the car no, nung siya ay nagpreno. Now this is equal to final velocity which is 15 meters per square second. So, square natin to. And then the initial velocity naman is 30 meters per second. So, meters per second lang yan. And then, square natin. Okay. Sa engineers, di ba, or guys, since we are solving for the D, ma-isolate natin yung D kung i-divide natin, di ba, yung buong katabi niya. So, which is 2 times negative 2 meters per square second. So, dito din, so 2 times negative 2 meters per square second. So, check nyo yung mangyayari. First, magka-cancel na yung lahat ng katabi ni D sa kaliwa, no, leaving as the isolated variable letter D. This must be our final answer, yung distance. Secondly, dito sa kanan, di ba meron ngayon, pag pinagsama natin tong dalawa na to, magiging meter square per second square sila. And ang sa ilalim ay meter per second square. So, mapansin nyo sa taas, merong second square. Sa ilalim, meron din second square. Magka-cancel yon. In terms of meters naman, sa numerator, merong meter square. Sa denominator, meron lang meter. So, magtitira siya ng meter sa ilalim. That's for our unit analysis. So we have 15 square minus 30 square over 2 times negative 2 sa ilalim. And this is our answer. 168.75 meters. 168.75 meters. Letter, letter. Na-prove natin yung key answer natin na 168.75 meters. Next naman, number 3. In the problem number 3, there are two cars traveling from the same point. So let's say that this is the same point. And then the first car started from rest. So let's say na ito yung first car natin. So the first car has initial velocity na 0 kasi started from rest siya. Nag-experience siya ng constant acceleration na 0.3 meters per square second. And then, this is the second car. So, yung second car na to, siguro take note natin, no, aandar siya after 15 seconds. So, started from rest din siya, walang binanggit, no? Walang binanggit na initial velocity. So, i-assume natin na yung second car nag-start din from rest. Initial velocity is 0, but the acceleration na na-experience niya is 0.5 meters per square second. No, mas mabilis yung second car natin no, kumpara sa first car. Okay, when will the second car overtake the first car? So, 'di ba, kumbaga, may pinag-uusapan tayo ditong partida, 'di ba? Partida, pinauna natin yung first car na umalis. Dahil mas mabilis yung second car eh. Pero darating yung time no because mas mabilis yung second car, no, mas mabilis yung acceleration niya, darating yung time na silang dalawa is magtatapat ulit dito. So, nandito ngayon yung first car, and then sa point din na to, nahabol na siya nung second car. No? Kasi nga mas mabilis yung second car. So, ano yung nakikita natin in this condition, 'di ba? Yung first car natin, let's say na meron siyang distance number 1 traveled. Also, yung second car natin, meron din siyang distance number 2 traveled. And yung dalawang distances na yan ay equal. No, at this kulay blue presentation natin, we can say that the distance number 1 is equal to the distance number 2. So siguro, i-apply na natin, 'di ba, yung mas mabilis na technique natin with regards sa tatlong formula na alam natin. So una, kanina nung nag-problem number 1 tayo, ang technique lang natin is that i-check lang natin na for each formula, number 1, number 2, or number 3, kung meron ba tayong chance na mag-solve ng variable. So ngayon, idadagdag natin na kung sino yung variable na involved, check natin yung formula na meron siya. Tulad nito, distance. 'Di ba, pwede nating gamitin yung formula that the distance is equal to VI times time plus 1/2 AT square. I-take note natin that this formula of the distance, i-consider natin dito is for the car number 1. I-check natin mamaya, meron bang VI yung car 1, meron bang time yung car 1, or meron bang acceleration yung car 1. Na ganun din yung car number 2 natin. Meron din siyang sariling VI t plus 1/2 AT square. Now, with regards naman ito sa second car natin or the car number 2. So check natin. Based on our figure, we can now cross out. So we can first cross out the VI times time because VI nung car number 1 is 0. So 0 times time is 0 pa din. Also, ganun din si number 2 na car natin. Since ang VI niya is 0, magka-cancel din to. So 0 din siya. Yeah, next. Do we have the acceleration of the car number 1? Yes, we have the 0.3. The car number 2 acceleration is also given 0.5. So, meron tayong chance to solve for the time. But take note muna natin, i-take note natin na yung time pala ni number 1 car is yung time ni number 2 car na dadagdagan natin ng 15 seconds. So, bakit ba ganon? Since the car number 1 is 15 seconds earlier than the car number 2. 'Di ba? Kaya yung car number 2 natin, kung mayroon siyang time na T2, dagdagan mo ng 15 seconds, ganun na katagal nagta-travel yung car number 1. No, kaya kung ipagpapatuloy natin yung formula natin na to, o siguro para mas maintindihan nyo pa, 'di ba sa trabaho natin, halimbawa, no, let's give an example for working people. Mayroong pumasok ng 7 a.m. Siya yung nauna. May pumasok ng 8 a.m. Siya yung pangalawa, yung nahuli. 'Di ba pagdating ng 10 a.m., si person na nag-work ng 7, meron na siyang 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 hours na siyang nagwo-work, yung nauna. Pero yung late person natin na 8 a.m. pumasok, meron lang siyang 8 to 9 and 9 to 10. 2 hours pa lang siyang nagwo-work. So 'di ba, with respect to the second person, magpa-plus 1 tayo dito. 'Di ba, magpa-plus tayo ng ilang oras bang nauna yung first person. No, kung ibabalik mo siya ngayon sa car, ganun yung gagawin natin, 'di ba? Nandito yung second car, ipa-plus natin gaano kadaming segundo ba nauna yung first car. So kaya by this formula, no, kung i-continue natin siya. We have 1/2 the acceleration of the car number 1. So tingin ka sa car number 1. So this is the car number 1 and number 2. Meron tayong 0.3 dito, meters per square second. Yung time ni car number 1 is imbis na T1 yung ilagay natin, T2 na. No, T2 plus 15 seconds. So this is equal to car number 2, 1/2. The acceleration of car number 2 is 0.5 meters per square second. And then we have the T2, the time of the car number 2 square. Kaya ang makikita nyo dito, meron tayong T2 na single variable. So siguro, ito naman yung time na mag-shift solve na tayo. Sana si teacher natin na pumapayag na lang sa shift solve solution. So we have 0.5 times 0.3 and then nakamultiply. Yung 0.5 ayun yung 1/2, no? Nakamultiply yung quantity x plus 15. No, we are solving for T2. This is equal to 0.5 times yung 0.5 na acceleration sa kanan. And then we have x squared. So meron tayong nakalimutan dito. Ang pinaka-t natin, di ba sa formula, dapat naka-square. So square ko to. Yung quantity na to, dapat naka-square. So okay naman siya sa kanan. Na-perform naman natin yung raise to 2. So ito lang, no? Yung x plus 15, i-raise natin to 2. Ayan. And then shift solve. So this is the first value of time, negative. Pero hindi natin kino-consider yung negative time, iba guys. And then bakit pwede pa tayo mag-expect ng another answer? Kasi mayroong quadratic equation. There is the letter t na naka-raise sa 2. So kapag nag-shift solve tayong ganyan, maglagay ka ng positive number, let's say 20 or let's say 100. Ayan, para yung positive number na sagot yung isasagot ni calculator. So, ang isasagot niya ngayon is 51.55 seconds. So, we have 51.55 seconds. So, this is our answer, the time number 2. No, mag-overtake daw yung second car 51.5 seconds after niyang mag-start. 'Di ba? After niyang mag-start na umalis sa pwesto niya. And then, yung car number 1, kung 51.5 seconds nang umaandar yung car number 2, mag plus 15 ka. Ganito na katagal umaandar yung car number 1. 66.55 seconds. Next. Number 4. So we have 5 problems. Dalawa na lang. Problem number 4. There is a man driving his car at a constant speed of 42 miles per hour. And then suddenly, nakakita siya ng cow, ng baka, crossing the road 60 feet ahead. At what constant deceleration in feet per square second is required to avoid hitting the animal? Assume reaction time of 0.3 seconds before the man applies the brake. Okay, excuse. So, ganito yung figure natin. Kung naintindihan natin yung problem, no, dapat ang pagkakaintindi natin, nagda-drive si man, tapos nakakita siya ng baka. Nung nakita niya yung baka, hindi siya kagad nakapagpreno. Ibig sabihin, patuloy siyang nakapag-drive ng 42 miles per hour sa loob ng 0.3 seconds. Kasi ayun yung reaction time niya. After 0.3 seconds, doon pa lang siya nakapag-preno. So ganito yung unang condition natin or sa figure natin, ito yung kotse na dinadrive ni Man nung time na nakita niya yung baka. So let's say na ganito na lang yung figure natin, no, for the animal. Ayan. No, nung nakita niya yung baka, hindi siya kagad nakapagpreno. Ang nangyari, ito yung car niya, meron pa siyang distance number 1 na nai-travel niya sa loob ng time na equal to 0.3 seconds, which is the constant velocity niya or speed. And then let's say nasa point na to ng reaction niya, okay, sa point na to, nakapagpreno na siya. No, brakes were applied. Napindot na niya, natapakan niya na yung brake niya. So magkakaroon na dito ng deceleration kasi nakapreno na siya. So dapat daw kapag naapakan niya na yung preno, yung distance number 2 na matatravel niya is just exactly at the point bago niya masagasaan yung baka. But take note, yung D number 1 and yung D number 2 natin, ito lang din naman yung time na kung saan si man, nakita niya yung baka na nasa 60 feet pa ang layo. So, 60 feet. 'Di ba? This is the original condition. Nung nakita daw ni man yung baka, 60 feet pa yung layo niya sa baka na yon. So eto, yung figure natin na yan, pwedeng magbigay ng equation that yung D1, yung constant speed distance niya na na-travel, kapag dinagdag natin yung D2, yung kung saan nagpepreno na siya, dapat ang total niyan is 60 feet. Okay? Next. Pwede pa tayo magdagdag sa figure natin. We have the initial velocity. Di ba meron tayong initial velocity, 42 miles per hour. Now we have the initial velocity which is equal to 42 miles per hour. Pero siguro na before we proceed to our solution no, using that quantity, check mong mabuti yung problem. No? The problem is asking kasi sa unit ng deceleration na feet per square second. So why not dun tayo mag-stick? Kasi meron ka din distance na naka-feet eh. No, yung miles per hour, gawin nating feet per second. So una, converting miles into feet, baka kabisado natin, 'di ba? In 1 mile, there are 5,280 feet. And then secondly, yung hour lang din. Now, since originally the hour unit is in denominator, so dito mo siya ilagay sa numerator para magkaroon ng cancellation. Now, in 1 hour, there are gawin nating seconds, 3,600 seconds. So, cancellation, magka-cancel yung miles, magka-cancel yung hour, so giving us the initial velocity in feet per second. So, multiply natin. Yung 42, magmumultiply ng 5,280 and then magdi-divide by 36. So, this is our initial velocity, 61.6 feet per second. So, why not dalhin natin siya dito sa ating figure. 'Di ba? This is the first condition sa D1 wherein yung speed niya dito is 61.6 feet per second. No, hindi nagbabago yung speed na yan kasi hindi pa daw siya nagpepreno diyan sa distance 1. Pero dito sa distance number 2 natin, let's say that this is now our initial point wherein yung 61.6 magiging VI na siya. Kasi yung initial velocity na yan na 61.6 feet per second, unti-unti na siyang babagal because of the deceleration, no? Because of the brake. Hanggang dapat, pagdating niya dito sa animal, sa baka, yung final velocity na niya is 0. So, dapat nakahinto na siya dyan. So, ang gawin muna siguro natin, have uh, let's have the two conditions. No, for the distance number 1, constant speed. And di ba kapag constant ang speed natin, ang distance ay ang simpleng multiplication ng speed times time. Okay? So, we have this. I think we can substitute the two values. We have the time. 0.3 seconds lang ang time natin nung hindi pa siya nagpepreno. And then we have the speed. So, let's have the substitution. So, 61.6 feet per second times the time na 0.3 seconds. Now, we can solve for a distance number 1 na naka-feet kasi magka-cancel yung seconds. So, itong 61.6 na to, i-times ko ng 0.3. So, I have 18.48. No, sana tama. Isa pa, no? 61.6 times 0.3. So, 18.48. So, 18.48 feet. Okay, next. So, siguro, by the equation na ito, pagpatuloy natin dito, na by our equation that we have d1 plus d2 which is equal to 60 feet, we can solve for the distance number 2. Kasi 'di ba, yung 60 na to, ibabawas na natin yung distance number 1 na na-travel which is 18.48. No, this is in feet. So ang distance number 2 natin is 60 minus yung 18.48. Meron pang natitirang 41.52 feet na pwedeng i-travel nung car natin habang siya ay nagpepreno. No, for distance number 2, no, for condition number 2, nung meron na siyang deceleration, ito na yung mga quantities natin. Meron na tayong VI, meron na ding VF, meron na ding distance. No, sige, ilista natin na, ilista ko. No, for the part na nagde-decelerate na siya, the initial velocity is 61.6 feet per second. The final velocity is 0. Ang distance na pwede niyang ma-travel is 41.52 feet. And the problem is asking for the acceleration. Di ba malinaw dyan yung third formula? Malinaw dito na kung gagamitin natin yung 2AD which is equal to VF square minus VI square, we can solve now for the deceleration or yung acceleration natin na naka-negative. No, kasi given yung tatlo na kailangan natin. So gawin siguro natin yun. So we now have 2. We are looking for the acceleration. And then dahil ano naman no, dahil uniform naman na yung units natin na naka-feet and naka-second, understood na yung masasolve nating acceleration, feet per square second na yon. No, hindi ko na ilalagay yung units So we have 41.52 for the distance. And then substitute pa natin yung mga velocities. So this is equal to the final velocity is 0 square. The initial velocity is 61.6 na naka-square. So, shift solve na lang natin yung letter A. So, we have here 2 times x times 41.52 which is equal to 0 square minus 61.6 square. Now, shift solve. The letter A is negative 45.695. Negative 45.695. So, understood nga na naka-fit yung ibabaw, naka-second square yung ilalim. Kasi uniform naman tayo ang gumagamit ng feet and second in the entire solution natin. So, na-prove ba natin that this is the key answer? Negative 45.695. So, yes. No, meron tayong answer na 45.695 and the negative sign in our answer states that the car is experiencing deceleration. Iba bumabagal nga siya because of the brakes. So last problem na lang. Number 5. A car starts from rest and accelerates at 4 meters per square second for 10 seconds, then travel at a steady speed for another 10 seconds. Now, how much distance did it travel from its starting position? Na tulad siya ng problem number 4 siguro natin na nahati sa dalawang parts. So, ito, yung car natin initially, meron siyang initial speed na 0 because the car starts from rest. Pero aandar siya, no? Aandar siya ngayon and then yung kulay pula na distance na to, no? Let's say distance number 1, mangyayari yan habang siya ay nakaka-experience ng acceleration na 4 meters per square second sa loob nung time number 1 na 10 seconds. So let's say ganon. No, after 10 seconds, nandito na ngayon si car. Ayan. Pero ang mangyayari, no, yung car natin na to, magkakaroon na lang siya ng steady speed or constant speed sa loob ng another 10 seconds. So meron ulit tayo ditong makikreate na distance number 2 wherein sa distance number 2 na to, ang car natin ay meron na lang steady speed or constant speed. No, hanggang sa mapunta na siya dito. So ito, yung constant speed na to, time number 2 natin is also 10 seconds. So 'di ba, parang ang gagawin lang natin no, in order to find our final answer, the total distance traveled by the car is just the distance na masosolve natin sa number 1 nung nag-accelerate pa siya plus yung distance number 2 nung constant na yung speed niya. Okay. For the distance number 1 na nakaka-experience siya ng acceleration, titingnan mo lang din ulit yung tatlong formula. 'Di ba? Yung tatlong formula natin, we have the VF is equal to VI plus 80. So siguro lampasan ko muna 'to kasi kailangan natin distance 'Di ba? Ayun na yung second application ng technique natin. Tingnan mo sa formula kung nandun ba yung hinahanap mong sagot muna. Tapos check mo kung pwede ba talaga yung formula na yun. So since we are considering distance, try ko yung formula number 2 na yung distance is equal to VI times time plus 1 half 80 square. So check nga natin. 'Di ba? Check natin. We are solving for the distance number 1. So question mark siya. And I think we have the initial velocity, 0. And then binanggit din naman yung time na magta-travel siya. Also the acceleration. So okay pala ngayon sa D1 natin. Kasi we can now substitute that the initial velocity is 0. Yung time is 10 seconds plus 1 half. Yung acceleration is 4 meters per square second. And then yung time is 10 seconds na i-square natin. So syempre ito, 0 times 10, 0 siya. And then for our D1, we have this. Cancel yung second square, magtitira siya ng meters. Now we have 1 half, 0.5 yun, times 4 natin, and then yung 10 seconds na naka-square. So 200 meters ito. Okay, 200 meters siya. And then dito naman ngayon, nasa distance number 2, kailangan natin, no, since dito tayo na for distance number 2, wherein dapat meron na siyang constant speed. And 'di ba kapag constant ang speed natin, yung distance number 2 natin is just the velocity times time. So parang pinoproblema pala natin ngayon, gaano na ba kabilis yung kotse na to? No, sa part na yon dito, sa point na to. Gaano kabilis na ba siya? And 'di ba guys, ito yung part na to, sa part na to, diyan na magkakaroon ng final velocity si car sa condition number 1. So, dapat pala dito natin malalaman, no, since nung papatuloy tayo sa question or sa solution natin, hindi natin alam yung V. Makikita natin ngayon na kailangan pala, no, na gamitin natin yung VF which is equal to VI plus 80 sa condition number 1. Na although nilampasan natin siya kanina, okay lang din, di ba? Kasi babalikan naman natin ngayon. No, yung VF is equal to, di ba, yung initial velocity niya, 0 plus yung acceleration nung car is 4 meters per square second and then yung time naman is 10 seconds. So by the multiplication, we have 4 times 10, 40. So 40 meters per second. Ang magkakancel lang naman is yung isang second na nasa ilalim. Kakancel yung nasa taas. Now, again, na bakit natin sinolve yung final velocity? Kasi need nating malaman gaano nakabilis yung car pag nandito na siya. And dito na magi-start yung constant speed niya na yung na-solve natin na 40 meters per second. Now, ito yung condition. Ito naman yung ginamit natin to solve that final velocity. So, solving now for the distance number 2, ang nasolve nga nating velocity is 40 meters per second. And then, magta-travel pa siya sa loob ng 10 seconds. Na magka-cancel yung ano natin, seconds. And then, 40 times 10 is 400. 400 meters. Okay, so finally, for our total distance, we have the number 1, which is 200 meters, plus yung number 2, 400 meters. So this is a total of 600 meters, which is the key answer. Ayan. No, guys, no, and engineers, no, dito sa rectilinear motion, no, na nung niwa-watch natin yung video na to, no, sana nagets natin, no, yung formula or kung paano natin atakihin yung mga problems about rectilinear motion. Basta kabisado lang natin yung tatlong formula and then isingit na lang din natin yung formula sa constant speed that the distance is equal to velocity times time. Now, once again, good day.